What's going on, YouTube guys? It's your guy Lush here, back with another video. We're gonna be continuing with this Pat McAfee show, LeBron James Unfiltered interview, talking about a lot of things with the basketball career, you know, Luka Doncic, Lakers, the whole nine, and Stephen A. Because Stephen A's been going on this smear campaign down the road, talking about everything because LeBron pulled up on him during the mid game, third quarter. Saw him sitting there and said, "Bro, leave my son, keep my son's name out your mouth." Right, so let's keep going with this one. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, so we can keep the videos coming for you. And let me know what you guys want to watch or watch me react to. All right, so without further ado, let's jump back in.
Sport. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot. It's a lot, especially for you. I mean, you're in a much different situation than maybe any other human in history of sports, if I had to guess. And like I said at the beginning, it's a compliment, though. Like they're immediately telling this teenager that we need to talk about him as if he is Michael Jordan, who obviously transcended the sport, changed the sport forever, and everything like that. But then it gets to the point where it's like, hey, this is a real conversation, and it almost immediately becomes divisive. Do you? So
Yeah, they
this
did
is
kind of
an
do that.
interesting concept here. You probably lost a lot of trust in media, I would assume, because of the things that happened. Not just what was said on TV, but what it led other people to probably think they should say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it all started with the decision. It all started with the decision. The decision really like had me like sit back and like, because people literally like, I give a moment. So the decision, you know, it was brought to me to be able to, you know, do something cool on TV, you know, do a kind of college style. Like I said, never had went to college. I was like, you know, this would be pretty cool. Make the decision, put the hat on, but also, you know, raise $2.5 million for a great cause, you know, and also be able to, you know, make it cool. And the funniest thing is, from that moment, it was December 2nd, 2010 was my first game back to Cleveland. So I stay at the hotel, stay at the Ritz downtown in Cleveland. And this one I knew that it was people did not even really care or didn't even understand the situation. They just wanted to be a part of the nonsense. I hit the elevator to go downstairs to the bus, catch the bus to go over to, I think it was the Q, the Quicken Loans Arena then. And the elevator opens and it's two guys, random guys on the elevator. I don't know. You guys can always pull this up. They used to have these FUKLBJ t-shirts, black t-shirts, red letters. And I see the two guys, they see me, they say, oh my fucking God. Oh, no, listen, this is, man, we love you so much, man. We're just here for the spectacle, man. We're just here for the spectacle. Like, seriously, we love you, man, and have a good game.
F the haters, though. If you're gonna do that, F the haters. They're gonna switch on it. They're gonna switch on you.
Oh my God, man, we fucking love you, man. Like, oh shit, don't. In the elevator closed. I was like, you know what? This is all part of the spectacle, and it's about to go. It's about to get haywire.
So the decision, you think, is whenever the conversation kind of changed a little bit about you?
Yeah, because they just needed something. They needed something. Everything was so positive, you know, and and I gave them no reason to make it negative.
Yeah, what fuck it up?
But they needed anything. You know, I'm doing everything I need to do on the court. I'm not out on the streets. I'm not being caught in all the bullshit that doesn't respect the game and respect my craft. It was like, oh, you decided to go on TV and make a decision for your career. We got you. We got it. We finally got it. We finally made a little chink in the armor.
We got something.
We got something.
It's selfish.
Oh, it's selfish. Yeah. You selfish mother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy when you think of it that way, right? Like, he made a decision for his career, right? And end of the day, everyone turned on it and made it seem like it was the wrong decision to make. But it's like, end of the day, you got to do what's best for yourself, right? Like, so it's crazy when you actually think of it that way. But hey, man, it is what it is. Like, end of the day, his career was affecting the city, so people only care about how things affect them, right? So let's let it keep running.
And that caught a little bit of fire, right? Because a lot of people don't like seeing people that are successful in anything, especially if somebody's taking happiness from them and their team, which you were doing, obviously, with the Cavs. And then that just you're saying from that moment is
yeah.
Until which leads obviously to you and Stephen A.
Stephen A.
Legit.
Smith.
That feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah, we're watching. Yeah, we're also.
Oh yeah,
that's a big tour.
As well.
So he literally it started off with, I didn't want to address it. Yeah, sure. I didn't want to address it.
He's
I
quoting.
want to address it, but since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, it's and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize
real life,
or to be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. So
I'm gonna stop it there quick. He's right, man. Like Stephen A. He was waiting to say something about this, man. Like he was waiting. He gets paid to talk, right? So we knew he was gonna come out and say something, but he does take it personal. He didn't have to go all personal, and he did do a Taylor Swift tour, man. Like he's on every show talking about it. He said they made me talk about it. No, Stephen A. You wanted to talk about it. You've been wanting to, right? But it is what it is. Like at least own up to it. Like you've been wanting to throw shots at LeBron, right? But him and Skip, they always do that stuff. But let's let it keep going.
And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about it. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair and his tiny whiteies on the couch.
I hope at some point.
Bruh, you know what's crazy is he probably is gonna do that, and he's gonna be happy. He's like, yo, like, LeBron talked about me. See, I know it because I'm the guy. They have to talk about. I run things in this show. I make this type of money. Stephen A. He's a character, man. Let's let him keep going.
What you do get a chance. You're right.
Dude, like relax, bro. Like relax. Like seriously, just.
How do you feel about the way the game is covered, new players are covered? Because this is a big topic of conversation with the NBA. We have Tyrese Halliburton, who comes through. We love Tyrese.
Oh, he's
man.
Tyrese loves you too.
Tyrese is great. Love that guy.
So Tyrese gave me the heads up, like, hey, LeBron coming on your show is a massive ordeal because like everybody in the NBA like does look up, like LeBron is our guy. Like I think Pat Beverly told the story down at the bubble. Whenever everybody was like, we need to take a stand and yada yada yada, and then I think he was the person who went up and said, hey, you, if you're fucking playing, we're all playing. If you're not playing, we're not playing. But I think that's how everybody in the league feels about you. So congrats on that, by the way. Respect amongst your peers.
Shout out to LeBron. He's a GOAT.
Yeah, I had a respect for my peers. That means a lot. And I carry that, man. And I take that with a lot of responsibility because there was too many years went by when players did not have an opportunity to just speak and their voices to be heard or allow the narrative to get so much outside of sports. Like if I miss a game winner or if I don't show up in the finals, like I was supposed to versus Dallas in year one in Miami, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I should have been a lot better. I know. But like don't take it to, my household or take it to what's going on and other guys. Like I seen something with Embiid where a reporter came into the locker room and started speaking about like I think his brother or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like how weird is that? Like
yeah, not to cut him off, but it's true. Nowadays, it's probably because of social media and everything era. It's like people try to get too personal. That's why you can't let people get too much on you in no sense because it's like you don't know anybody really. Like you only know how far people let you go, right? Like I'm watching this right now. I'm only seeing what LeBron has shown me. Obviously, we know the other stuff because he's famous, but that's as far as we go. Like you don't know how Bronny actually is, and his son almost died, bro. If my son almost died and you were talking crazy on the internet, I might slap you, right? And so like LeBron definitely might slap you too, right? He's a human being. That's how people are, right? So I don't know. I just think everyone gets too personal. People like to talk about other people's spouses and this and that. You don't even know these people, you don't. So you got to relax with certain things. Like obviously critique. There's one thing if you're putting stuff out there, then it's probably gonna get critiqued to a certain extent. But if you don't know the people, you got to actually critique with that in mind too, right? I hear what he's saying. Like Stephen A. kind of going too far. All right, let's let him keep going.
That's so weird. Like, why are we taking it to that point? And we're taking it to that point because people have gotten too comfortable.
Yeah.
I think
Too
people in
comfortable.
the media have gotten too comfortable, especially with our sport. They got too comfortable where, back in the day, like for sure, you would never bring up Charles Oakley's brother. Charles Oakley will smack you through his brother. All right. Yeah. Mad Max, like his name was Mad Max for a reason. It wasn't because he picked you up 94 feet. It was because if you said something about Mad Max, like he's gonna separate your jaw. And there was no repercussion.
That's what I'm saying, right?
They got to the point where they knew, like, oh, these guys can't really do anything to us anymore because there would be a fine, suspension, and
and don't embarrass the league.
and don't embarrass the league, or you now here come your sponsors, they're coming after us or coming after you, and they're gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, that's when they decided they could, they thought.
So the conversation about old school basketball is a real thing, like because that's the new narrative now. Is like it's a nostalgia issue. Like a lot of people who grew up in a different era of basketball and get introduced to basketball, they're gonna like that era regardless of no matter what happens in the future.
Yeah, that's valid.
What, 3 years?
Yeah.
3 years?
Yeah.
Back whenever Kuzi was doing no-look pass.
Sure.
The first ever no-look pass. Yeah,
cool.
Kuzi.
Yeah. He's a dog.
Hey, he was an exciting white, wasn't he? He was an exciting white. He was
that game. Who's that game for sure?
Boom.
Who's that game?
Yeah, but we're watching these highlights, and I'll speak for you.
For that era.
Exactly. Hey, you don't have to say this.
Yeah, for sure.
No. I'll say this.
Yeah, game for that.
I grew up in Pittsburgh, so we didn't have an NBA team. So I was more NHL guy, but I would watch the Lake Show at night because I couldn't sleep. So I did know the NBA, but not like I didn't follow it as closely. When I watched The Last Dance, I was watching a lot of highlights, and I was watching people dribble a ball like this, and I was like, I don't know how that works in modern basketball.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
A couple different sports. I think there was a Kuzi era of sports where a no-look pass, holy shit. Then there was an era where people were starting to get like nasty. There's some more.
You had Pistol Pete Maravich. He started coming in and started, getting a little bit net. But then the ball was hitting off guys' heads and stuff. So they looking at him like, oh, what are you doing? Like,
never see those lowlights though. Only see the highlights. Highlights are the only bangers survive. Then obviously Jordan comes in and transforms everything. Him dunking from the foul line, massive deal. He made a whole fucking brand off it. He's flying. Now kids are like dunking from the 3-point line in high school. It's like it's just like the game has evolved so much. I think. But there is like a nostalgia convo that takes place with you guys, this modern era.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? How do you address
that? No. I definitely feel it, and I think we just have to recognize that evolution is just a part of life, man. Like, shit. You look at the Hummer from the 1970s to the Hummer of today. It's like you're gonna be like, okay, you might be nostalgic about it. You loved it in the 70s, but do you really want to drive that every day right now in 2025? You're going to get out the car and your goddamn neck and your back is going to be hurting so bad. Like, seriously, you're going to be hurting so bad. You're going to be like, okay, you know what? This might be just a Sunday chill car. Like, I drive it up the street, get some ice cream, come back home. But I
refill it because it gets too much.
Yeah, exactly. I got to just start it up, let it just crank the gas for about 2 hours just to make sure it's still running. But like, we have to understand that there's
like that's valid, man, and that's the problem is that you can't appreciate what's in front of you with the growth if they're stuck in the past. These guys are stuck in the past, man. A lot of people stuck in the past, and there's no way to get out because they're mentally caged. They don't want to get better. You suggest something other to them, they come at you like, oh, LeBron James. How dare you say LeBron James is the GOAT? It's like, bro, the man is 6'9", he's 40 years old, still playing, and he's cooking. Like, why is it this is an audacity? Dude came in at 17, you guys are comparing to Michael Jordan. Like, it's not that bad, right? It's like it's okay to let some of your opinions go and be able to gain some other ones. But I just think a lot of time people get some information and they just think that they just stick with the information. They don't want to seek other information, right? And act like, you know what? Let me see some other sources and maybe my opinion can be changed, right? But whatever. It is what it is, right? Let's let them keep going.
Players and errors and things of that nature, like, we get it. But like, you watch some of the NFL games as well from the 70s and the 80s, and you got like, Jack Lambert and those guys like coming through like completely decapitate people. Like murder. Ronnie Lott tore his pinky off and then went to the sideline. I was like, just tear the rest of it off. I'm getting back out there. Like I get it. Like,
that's crazy.
Nostalgic moments, but like the game is different, and we should respect all eras in that era. You know, we can't be saying, okay, just because Wilt was great in the 60s and 70s that he'll be great now. And we also can't say that some of the guys now will be great. It is what it is. Respect that era and we move on. But the whole every single day that he's better, he's not better. He wouldn't. You trying to tell me Giannis wouldn't be able to play an NBA game in the 70s?
Yeah, you guys are lost.
Yeah, neither would you. Neither would you.
Giannis is brolic.
Giannis Antetokounmpo would have 250 points in a game in the 70s. 250.
Is that Kuzi? When was Kuzi playing? Dude, Kuzi's
Like,
locking up fucking Giannis, brother.
And that's no disrespect. Like, it's no disrespect. But, like, seriously, like, Kyrie Irving. Like,
They would have called him a witch. They would have called him a witch.
No, they would have told Kyrie.
Yo, they would have burned Kyrie at the stake. He's a witch. He's a warlock. That's not fair. They would have still. This guy stood up when he said Kyrie, man. He, yeah, Kyrie's my guy, man. That's for real. Like, I let him keep running.
You're not. You know how they used to tell Lou Alcindor at the time that he couldn't dunk in high school games. Yeah. They would have told Kyrie, "You're not allowed to dribble anymore." Mm-hmm. That's what they would have told him. Dribbling is outruled. They would have seen that.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'9".
And how heavy are you?
I'm give or take in between 215 to 280. I don't know. Depends on the day. Okay. Depends on if you give him my cookies or not.
Yeah.
Get him no cookies.
Yeah, Pat Riley's like, we're tipping too close to 280. LeBron, the Eagles are becoming a heavyweight battle.
Yeah.
So 6'9".
Yeah.
Let's say you're two. You look very thin.
Yeah. I feel good.
So 215, 6'9", 220. Could easily get to 260 though. I think that would play in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, come on. I could play.
Just like
I would be able to play in any area. It's funny you hear some of them older guys like LeBron James couldn't play in this era.
Never been fouled by Bill Laimbeer before.
I think I seen like Dennis Rodman say that one time. It was like LeBron James not skilled enough. Yeah, not big enough. He's not. Nah, doesn't weigh enough. He's not strong enough.
Can't handle it.
Nah, yeah, I'm like,
you guys are lost.
Okay, let's talk about you flopping all over the place.
Yeah.
That's why people get mad.
Yeah, I know.
Now, why do you do that? Patrick Mahomes does the same thing. He's the greatest of all time.
Man said, why did you do that?
In the conversation of the greatest of all time.
This guy's funny.
Indicate that if you're to hit him, he gets 15. Is that the same thing for you?
I wish, because I am like literally over like the last 5-6 years, why everybody's been claiming I flop all the time. I'm like in the bottom half of free throw attempts per game.
Oh, they won't give you the whistle.
You don't get the whistle.
You don't get the superstar treatment.
You know the funny thing is, I have a lot of teammates that be like, they come to the Lakers and they be like, man, when I used to play against you, I just think you got every goddamn call, and I hated it. And now that I'm your teammate, it's like, oh my goodness, you don't get any calls. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. Just keep playing.
No, just wait.
But that's it in a nutshell. Like, I like this interview, man. I'm probably gonna watch the rest of it, and but I liked what I got out of it, and I want to let you guys get out of here and watch the rest of it maybe on your ones. Let me know what you guys think about what he said about Stephen A, what he said about the Lakers team, his kids, everything. And I thought it was a good interview, man. Like, this guy's podcast, I like his podcast. I'm probably gonna watch more of it. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos. Thank you for watching. As always, peace.